Hi Flosstube, this is Crystal from Cross Stitch Revival, and this is Flosstube number 8. This is my third attempt to film this Flosstube. The first time I filmed was a couple days ago, and it was just a disaster. My little boy was having a rough morning, he needed some attention, and things just did not go well. So I ended up scrapping that video. I filmed this morning, and I went to go watch the video back, and the video was shaking like this. So I'm having tripod issues. I tried to fix it in the last video and it did help, but this time I kept bumping the table. I'm using the tripod that I used in my first few videos broke, so I had found a little tripod that my husband had that was like came free with some equipment that he had bought for like a photography thing for his eBay business, and it is not really a good one. I mean, you can get a good one for like $10 or $12, and this thing it's not very good. So I'm gonna have to order me a new one from Amazon, but until then I'm gonna try to make this one work and not bump the table. So attempt number 3, let's get started. Thank you to everyone who left wonderful comments. Oh, let me just stop and say, my little boy is asleep right now, but it's getting later in the morning, so he may run in here and be like, because he wakes up and just hits the ground running. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you to everyone for the wonderful comments about my mother-in-law, and I just want to give you an update. She is doing well. What happened to her was absolutely horrific, and you know, it's just, you know, you just can't imagine that your loved one is ever. Sorry, my mom is texting me. I forgot to put do not disturb on my phone. You don't ever want, you know, your loved one to go through something like that. So she is, you know, she lives in a very safe neighborhood, very close to us. We can get to her house in a minute in an emergency, and she's surrounded by neighbors. It's a neighborhood that my husband actually grew up in. We do live in a small town, so small towns, everyone knows everyone, and her neighbors know to keep an eye on her and to let us know if they see anything suspicious, and of course to call 911 if there's anything that, you know, would warrant that. So, and with Bella, the story, I never really did finish telling you about Bella, the cat that my mother-in-law brought with her when she was living with us during this transition time. What happened is that my son with his special needs, his cat and now his cats are like his emotional support animals. So when my mother-in-law moved out, she said, you know, keep Bella, she's happy here, you know, my little boy is happy with her, so you know, she gets to see her anytime she wants, and we have an open door policy in our home. Our home is, you know, is my mother-in-law can come and go as she pleases, and you know, so it's not like she doesn't get to see her, so it all worked out. So Bella's happy here. She has her favorite sunning spots and her favorite spots to sleep in the house. And my son gets to rotate between cats now. So when one cat doesn't want any attention, he can go to the other cat. So also the giveaway for the pumpkin cottage has been mailed. It did get mailed to Canada, so the winner, if you have not received that, just let me know and I'll send you the tracking number. I don't think I ever followed up with that tracking number, so I can do that. I'm sorry. I honestly just forgot to do that, but it has been mailed. I would hope that you had received it by now, but I'm just not sure how long it takes for first class international mail to get to you. And my Stitchy Kindness mail, Calvin and Clyde. Kim, you should have gotten that by now too, since you are not that far from me. If you have not received that, please send me a message on either Instagram or email and I will give you that tracking number so that you can see where your package is at. But hopefully you did receive your Calvin and Clyde package. Okay, so let's get started on my whips. This week I spent most of my time unpicking stitches because I messed up 3 of my 4 projects. So let's talk about that. My first project was a banner year by Hands On Design, Ghosties and Gourds. Last week I showed you guys that I had stitched the fencing in the first banner in black coffee instead of the called for, I can't remember the name of this color. It's color and cotton thread that is called for, but it's not black coffee. It's like a charcoal color. So I had to unpick all of that, and it was a hot mess. I don't know what I did when I stitched it, but it was very difficult to unstitch. So I unstitched that and I restitched it and finished up. So this one is completely finished. The first of 3. I love it. It's so cute. I hope all the details are showing up. The little ghost behind the fence. And I started on the second panel, the first O. I had gotten the purple O and the outline done, and I posted a photo on Instagram, and I had tagged Hands On Design in that photo, and Kathy, the designer, had commented, and I was so excited. And then I was looking at the picture, and I thought, that looks weird. There's something wrong with that picture. And I looked closely. I kind of zoomed in and I thought, okay, my O is not centered. So I messed that up. I found one mistake that I made right here, but that doesn't account for why I messed up the rest of it. And honestly, at one point, I just decided to give up trying to figure it out. I decided not to pick that out because the way the design is, it does not really affect, if you can see, you know, it doesn't affect the rest of the design. So I decided I can live with that. You know, it's going to hang on my mantle 1 month out of the year. It's not a big deal. So I just continued on, and just my O is not centered. Hopefully when I do the third one, it will be centered. Learn my lesson. So that was my Hands On Design. My next one that I worked on was Clovis and Stanley. Sorry, I almost said Calvin and Clyde. I worked on that one so much. Clovis and Stanley by Stitching with the Housewives. And I am stitching this on 14 count mist that has been Ada, that has been coffee tea dyed. And this one went into timeout because I messed up this stalk right here, and I really had a hard time trying to figure out what the best way to stitch these was. Well, should I go up and down like that? Should I go across? So I did mess that up. So I think moving forward, I'm just going to do a section of the corn. Just do one section at a time. Corn stalk, corn stalk, corn stalk. Instead of trying to do all the stalks, all the corn. So I have a conundrum. His hat, if you look in the picture, the called for color, it's Mariner's Compass by Classic Colorworks. However, this is pretty much the same color as my fabric. So I need to change the color of his hat. A couple ideas I have is Cocoa Bean by Classic Colorworks, which is just a brown. But it's not this dark. It's not as dark as Blackbird, which is a black brown. It's sort of halfway mark between this and this. Or I could go for something more colorful, like I think that is Fallen Leaves. It's in his bow tie. I could do something bright. So let me know what you think in the comments of what color I could do his hat. The hat does have a sunflower in the middle, so that might be better with the cocoa bean. But I will have to change that to suit my fabric. My next whip was Autumn Avenue These are looking rough. Like I said before, my dogs, like, I set these on the couch next to me and my dogs will lay on them. Autumn Avenue by Little Stitch Girl. It says, "Hey there, pumpkin." This is a new release of hers, newish. And I am just using colors from my stash. This is the only one I didn't mess up. As far as I know, I haven't messed it up. We'll see. I just did this part right here, part of the grass, and just did a little bit of outlining. So I haven't worked on that much. And my fourth whip is Haunted Hill Road by Little Stitch Girl again. It says, "Trick or treat, smell my feet." And I think it's so cute. The little motifs. You got the cat on the roof, the little witch, the skeleton. There's a little spot. You can't see it very well, but there's a spider and a spider web. Very cute. Now what I did wrong on this one, and I did post this on Instagram, I had stitched all of the white outlining on the second house 2 rows up too high. So I had to unpick all that. It wasn't something I could fudge. So this is how far I've gotten on that. And I have run into a small problem. This house is charted in Colonial Copper. But these pumpkins, this pumpkin right here is charted in, the 3 darker pumpkins in Fallen Leaves. And they're pretty much coming out the same color. It's a very subtle difference. So I'm going to take out those darker red pumpkins, or darker orange pumpkins, and I'm going to restitch them. So I need to choose either a different orange or maybe ecru, something. The only thing is the ecru doesn't really go with the rest of the pattern because it's a fun, colorful. The next house is green. I don't know. Maybe green pumpkins. Don't know. But I need a couple colors for this, and I need some other flosses. So I'm going to have to go to Hobby Lobby, hopefully today, to get some floss. Okay, so those are my whips. Now haul. I have some haul that is waiting at the USPS distribution center, just sitting there for days and days and no movement at all, about an hour away from here. So, you know, there's a lot of issues with the post office right now, and our local postal workers are doing the best they can. It's not, you know, they can't help it. They're doing what they can. So, I mean, what can we do? So, I hope to see some movement and get some of my things in soon. One of them is something I'm very excited about. It is Be Stitch Me fabric, which I saw in, I mean, I've seen it on different floss tubes, but I really got a good look on Sam Bree Stitches, her floss tube, and she was showing a lot of Be Stitch Me fabric. And I joined the Facebook group, and I didn't participate, but I saw the Friday night fight night thing that she does for her fabric, and I got kind of an idea of what it looks like. And then I went to the website and looked around and joined her monthly fabric club. So my first shipment is on its way. It just hasn't arrived yet. That's one of the things I'm waiting for. So I'm really excited about that. Another thing I'm waiting for is some Classic Colorworks flosses that I need for some other whips that I cannot work on until I get that floss. And one of them is a gift for someone else, and I'm really frustrated because it's a very special gift. And I haven't been able to share it on my floss tube because I don't want that person to see it. And I really want to get this person that gift. It means a lot to me to give it to them, and I have to have that floss. So the project is partially done. Anyway, I hope to get those packages soon. But for some reason, I'm getting packages from the south, like from Florida or whatever, but in California, but I'm not getting packages from like Connecticut, Michigan, the Midwest. So, you know, I don't know. So this is what I have for haul. This is from eBay. And I bought this several weeks ago, and the seller, it took her a long time to mail this to me. But I wasn't sweating it because I had no plans to stitch it right now. This is Snowy String by Lizzie Kate. I had mentioned in one of my other videos that I really like these strings and I want to stitch some of them for my house. I think it's really cute. I love the penguin. I love the happy colors. I ordered 2 finishing fabrics from Fat Quarter Shop. This one is a grunge fabric. They're both grunge. But this is for my banner year. The designer used the polka dot grunge, and I just ordered the solid version. It's not really a solid. Grunge isn't. It's like that, which is, I think, perfect for it. This is just the one that caught my eye. And there should be plenty of this left over for other projects or a project bag. And I did order the dot, and I think this color is called Grape. But I ordered this to finish my Haunted Hill Road because it matches the purple house. And the witch's dress is purple. And I love this. I thought that would be really cute to finish that with. So, and there will be plenty of this left over for a project bag. I also ordered this stitchery tape, double-sided stitchery tape, as an alternative to sticky board. I'm going to give this a try. It is 60 feet by 1.5 inches. So, Kathy, I always say Kathy Haberman, but I learned from an old video of Just Keep Stitching that it's actually Haberman, Kathy Haberman. She shows how to make these with tiny little strips of this tape. So, even though it's 60 feet, you could actually get a lot more out of this, you know, by cutting it down. So, we'll see. I'll let you guys know what I think. It was $15, but if it works well, it will save me money in the long run because sticky board is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. So, we'll see. This, I was like, I have plenty of things to stitch right now. I definitely don't want any more fall or Halloween. And then I was watching Just Keep Stitching, and Steph showed this pattern that she had picked up at Keepsakes, the LNS that she works at. And if you don't already watch Just Keep Stitching, you need to go watch them because they are hilarious. She showed this pattern, and I'm telling you what, like, there were flames coming up from my phone. I was typing so fast to get this. And I ordered this from Annabella's, one of my favorite Etsy shops. It is the Blue Flower Halloween Parade. Let me take it out of the package so it doesn't have glare. And I saw this and I fell in love. It says strange things are seen on Halloween, and it's cats and dogs and one bird in Halloween costumes. And this little lady, I don't know if she's supposed to be a little witch or if she's whatever, but she has treats for them for Halloween, and they have fish bones and doggy bones in the basket. So hopefully that's showing up well. And I love this. So it's DMC, and I think that there's someone that I want to kit this up and send it to them. So I really need to get a second copy so that I can kit it up and send it to them. I think they would enjoy it. If nothing else, they might want to just stitch one of the dogs. But I think I'm not going to try to finish this for Halloween. Obviously, it's almost October. But I might just stitch on this through October, and if I don't get it done, I'll work on it maybe next year. So I just fell in love with this pattern. It just, I mean, a cat in a turkey costume, like, what else do you need to see? So, that is it for my haul. I have some Stitchy Kindness that I would like to give away. This is Country Cottage Needleworks. Let Us Adore Him. I have already stitched this, and I would like to pass this on to someone else who would like to stitch it. So if you would like to stitch this, just put the word Christmas in the comment section. And whenever I film my next video, I don't know if it's a week, 2 weeks, I have no idea. I will put it in the random comment generator, and whoever's name you draw. Oh, I will say this. I'm sorry, but this is for U.S. residents only, because the shipping on Stitchy Kindness is, like, I could buy you like 2 PDF patterns what it would cost me to ship you this. So I'm sorry, this is for U.S. residents only. I will keep actual giveaways open to international shipping, but for Stitchy Kindness, I would prefer to keep it domestic shipping, just because shipping is so expensive. So U.S. residents only, please be 18 because of sharing your address, and do not put anything like giveaway in the comments. This is just Stitchy Kindness, and I just want to share it with someone who would like to stitch this pattern who does not already have it. And this does have I have the button for this. I haven't attached it, but I'm sorry, it does not include the button because I'll be using the button on my finished my finished piece. So anyway, I just want to pass that on. And that's all. That's all I have. This is going to be a short video. I did rush through it a little bit because I was trying to get it done before my little boy woke up, so that I could focus on him when he wakes up. I think you guys understand that. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and hopefully the mail gets moving, and when I talk to you next week, I will have some haul to show you. I did order a couple of needle minders because I broke 2 needle minders this week, and even though I stitch in hand, I use needle minders for on my metal stand, my floss boards, and also on my little Ort container, which is metal. So anyway, hopefully I'll have my new needle minders to show you next time. So have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.